What's up, Noelz Nation? So I want to go ahead and give y'all a little bit of the backstory of how I went from having it all together to losing it all. So April 6th, basically, I turned in the keys to my apartment because my lease was up and my apartment complex was not giving me the opportunity to renew my lease. So I had to find some place to stay. During that time, I went ahead and I resigned from what I was doing in my career because, oh, look at this little cat running up to me. Where you going? You can't go home with me, baby. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, I went ahead and I resigned from my job because I knew that it was coming time for me to leave from... Yeah, look at the cat following me. I knew I had to leave from my my apartment, and I didn't have no place else for us to go. I wasn't able to apply for anything else because my credit was messed up. Why is this cat following me? So I resigned from my job and packed up my apartment and everything into a U-Haul, and I left. Oh my goodness, kitty. So after that, my plan was to go to Texas. I didn't have no place to go in Georgia, so I was just like, hey, if I don't got no place to go in Georgia, I might as well go to Texas and start over where I wanted to be, and I have no place to go there. So I get there, I get in the U-Haul or whatever, and I'm leaving Georgia. Now, I had my U-Haul packed up with all my stuff from my house, and then I also had my truck. I wasn't able to put my truck on the back of the U-Haul because my truck was too big and they didn't have, a hitch big enough to carry my truck. So my plan was to come through Alabama, put all my stuff in storage, and then go straight to Texas in my truck. I would come back once I got settled in to get my stuff from the storage in Alabama. When I got to Alabama Sunday night, of course it was too late for me to go to the storage unit. Look. Of course it was too late for me to go to the storage unit and get my keys and stuff. So I had to wait. Monday morning I got up to go and get my keys for the storage, and when I got to the storage unit, my truck was smoking and making this weird noise. So I decided that I needed to go ahead and start applying for some jobs because I didn't have no money saved up for me to check and see if I could get the truck fixed. This must be this cat mama. Look, y'all, look at the cat was out here waiting on me. Look at mama, ready to fight. No, you can go. Watch, he's about to be following me. Because the truck wasn't working, I knew that I was going to have to find me a job and find me a job quick. So I applied with the police department, and I know that wasn't fast. It's not a fast process, but hey, why not? I heard they had a easier academy anyway. Things started moving real fast with the police department, and I reached out to one of my friends. We were talking, and I was telling her about how my truck went down. And, you know, we talked about, like, different places to go. I had done took my truck to Firestone. Firestone wanted to charge me over $1,000 to fix the water pump. And I didn't have that money. So she found me a mobile mechanic. Send me the mobile mechanic's information. I reached out to that mobile mechanic, and he wanted to charge me almost the same price that Firestone charged me. And I had to get my own parts. So I went on Google and I looked up another mobile mechanic. And this mobile mechanic didn't give me a price. He literally just asked me where I was. So he pulled up and fixed my truck for me. In the process of him fixing my truck, I'm still trying to get my living situation figured out, because the situation that I was in, it was just bad. So I ended up having to sleep in the car for a couple of days. After that, he fixed my truck for literally nothing. My truck was back moving. But at this point, things was rolling along with the police department, so I decided to stay. And it just got worse, and it went downhill. So it'll be some days that I'm staying, you know, at the house, and then some days where I would just get up and be like, you know, I'm tired, walk away, and me and the kids, we sleeping in the car. After a while, it started to get old, and I ultimately decided that I was going to leave. But I didn't have any money to leave. And my car insurance was due. And I knew what type of car dealership I dealt with. But, you know, I opened up to them and tried to explain what was going on, thinking they would give me grace. I called my dad, and I told him what was going on, and he was supposed to pay my car insurance. He literally did not pay the insurance, and the people from the car lot, or the people that I was financed through, which is kind of like the same people, they came and repoed my truck for a lapse of insurance, which was like a total setback for me, because, you know, whenever things went left, I would stay in the car with my kids. Me and the kids would sleep in the truck. I mean, I had a Chevy Tahoe, so it was big enough for us to sleep in the truck. Once I lost my truck, it just went from bad to worse. And ultimately, I just decided to pick up and leave. Not because, you know, I'm putting all the blame off on a specific party. The situation was just too toxic on both ends. So I decided to leave. And keep in mind, my truck had done got repoed. My living situation wasn't stable, and I know nobody deserves to be in a situation like that. And they're fighting their own battles on the regular basis anyway. So I decided to pack up the rest of the little bit of belongings that we had in the house in a black contractor bag And I drug that bag down the street. Me, my kids, that contracted bag, and my pocketbook. I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know what we were about to do. I stood at that stop sign for about 15 minutes just crying because I'm just like, I don't know where I'm about to go, what I'm about to do. I don't have no money. And one of my friends that I used to go to school with reached out to me on Facebook. She seen a live that I had did earlier that day. And she asked me, was I okay? And then she was just like, you know, if you need anything, you know, let me know. Let me know about some hotels that's in the area. I could pay to get you and the kids a room for a night or two. So we stayed on the phone. She got me a room. And, you know, that first night we was okay. We was okay. Like, I cried on and off and, you know, stuff like that. Because I just was going through a lot of different emotions. Heartbroken. Confused, distraught, angry. So we stayed there that night, and then the next day I got up trying to figure out what I was going to do for another night because I still hadn't had a plan. My sister ended up sending some money for, you know, the room. And you know, we was able to get the room for another night. Once we did that, I was able to reach out to my god sister, and, you know, we started talking on the phone. We chopping it up, and she like, you know, I'm still out here in Alabama. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she tells me what part of Alabama she's in, and she's like, you and the kids could come. I know you would do it for me. You know, I got this much space. Come on. So we get up the next day after we stayed our stay, checked out, and the journey began. I found, you know, us a ride to where my sister was, which was over an hour away. And we just been staying here for the most part. I get up, applying for jobs, looking for jobs. So while I'm still battling with, you know, my own stuff mentally and emotionally, you know, I still had to be a parent. And at first I made a GoFundMe, like just trying to find a way to try to like figure things out. But I'm never the type of person that feels like I want to ask anybody for anything. My pride won't let me. So I created this YouTube channel. And I've been here before in life, never to this magnitude, this bad. I can go back and give y'all a story time of when we were homeless before and how I made our way out. But once I got up on my feet and everything was going the way that I needed it to go, everybody was just like, oh, how did you, like, what did you do? You know, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm like, I can't even think back onto what I did. Like, I just got up and started doing stuff. And everything that I proceeded to do, it just ended up working out in my favor. But this time, I literally wanted to document my journey and just give a little bit of insight on a day in the life with us.